I was in with the CBC crew in Mosul, sort of covering the height of the war against ISIS, and we were working with a great fixer. And so much of what we do depends on the local journalist that you're working with, how connected he or she is, their ability to go out with you in dangerous places. And the guy that we worked with in Mosul was certainly in the top three for sure. Great guy, well connected, and he knew the colonel in the police, and we were nearing the end of our reporting trip, and he said one morning when we asked what could we do today, he said, "Hey guys, do you want to meet some ISIS guys?" And we were like, wow, of course we do. And they invited us in. They said they wanted the world's media to see how they were going after ISIS, and so there we were on a Sunday morning sitting talking to ISIS guys. Are you a member of ISIS? Are you a member of Daesh?
No.
Ibrahim told us that before ISIS stormed into Mosul nearly 3 years ago, he worked in construction. He joined the militants, he says, to make money to pay for his sister's cancer treatment. Soon, Ibrahim found himself in training, in exercises similar to these in this ISIS propaganda video. They gave him a gun, an AK-47 assault rifle, and he became a police officer at a hospital south of Mosul. Ibrahim maintained that he never once harmed anyone, but recalled one day when the ISIS men senior to him saw 4 people trying to escape Mosul. It's an incredible opportunity just to sit there and try and figure out what motivates someone to join the most lethal terrorist group on the planet. We also met Qutaiba Salem. The 25-year-old says he was an electrician before ISIS came to Mosul. His reason for joining the militants, also to make money to help a sick relative. Are you a member of ISIS? Salem says he worked as a cook in a house where 5 ISIS fighters lived. But he's much more uncooperative, saying he didn't see anything, do anything that harmed anyone in the 2 years he was with ISIS. So the police boss steps in. Major Mezhir Sadoun accuses Salem of lying and searches for more information about his arrest. Then it gets tense. The major asks us to stop recording. Turn it off? Yeah, okay. With the camera off, the officer kicks Salem in the head and slaps him. At that point, it's uncomfortable to say the least to see someone treated that way. In custody, they had their hands bound. The prisoners were blindfolded. So it's a strange situation to say the least. But in my experience here in the Middle East, policing, law enforcement operates differently than it would in Canada or, the Western world. And these police officers, the colonel, certainly feel it's within their rights that, as I think the officer put it to me back then, these are the scum of the earth and that's how they're going to be treated. Tell the truth, he shouts. Even if they fire me, I'll kill you if you don't tell the truth. The police make no apologies, and that's sort of the thing that, as a Western journalist working over here, you have to sort of be open to the fact that this isn't Canada and different rules sometimes apply, no matter how much you like the outcome in the end. Mosul is where ISIS found much support from locals when the militants first arrived. But now, after nearly 3 years of living under the brutality of the jihadists, dismayed residents await their liberation. And those who joined with the militants await their fate. Derek Stoffel, CBC News, Mosul.